Hello lovely humans, and welcome back to my channel. I just want to say a quick little thank you for all of your amazingly kind responses on the little ad portion of last week. If you missed it, I said that one of the ways that you guys could support this channel if you ever feel so inclined is to let some of those ads play, because that is actually how my family makes our income off of this channel. So thank you so very much for all of your kind words and kind responses. Seriously, I'm the most blessed to be able to do this on a weekly basis, and I'm so grateful for you guys. In this week's video, I wanted to do something kind of covert, okay? I was recently a bridesmaid in my cousin's wedding, and I was super honored to be a part of it. And I thought it would be interesting to film my bridesmaid dress shopping experience. And the bride for this wedding, my cousin's now wife, chose David's Bridal. And I thought, haha, I'm gonna do a behind the scenes sneaky shop to figure out what this shopping experience feels like and then report back to you my findings. Most of you probably know what David's Bridal is. It's pretty much a household name at this point. Even my mom said that her bridesmaids from, just a couple years ago, we're not gonna date that one, got their dresses from David's Bridal. So this, I think, would be considered a pillar in the bridesmaid dress / wedding dress community. There are quite a few pros to shopping with David's Bridal. They are nationwide with brick and mortar stores, which is such a fantastic experience if you and your bridesmaids want to go in and physically try on dresses together. It makes for a really fun shopping experience to get everyone together, try on different styles, try on different colors, and can just generally be a jolly good time. Speaking of different styles and colors, they have so many options listed both online and in store, so you can really get a feel for what style you like, which is something you don't necessarily always get with online shopping. And for the most part, they're relatively budget friendly. I think, I should probably know how much I spent on my dress. The dress I ended up getting was $159.95, so just shy of 160 bucks. Obviously tack on tax and stuff like that. So in the grand scheme of things, it was a relatively well-priced bridesmaid dress. Are there cheaper options out there? Absolutely. Are there more expensive ones? Absolutely. But they tend to be relatively budget friendly for a whole myriad of budgets. I would love to report that I had the best experience ever, but I did run into a few hiccups, but I will go ahead and let the behind the scenes footage speak for itself. Okay, so I'm outside David's Bridal. Pretty sure I've already introed the video at this point, and I have already looked up some of the styles at home to make sure that I can kind of hone in my focus when I'm in here. I'm already wearing a strapless bra. I brought my Spanx just in case, and I brought rainbow sandals because that's a Southern California girl summer staple. That, and I'm like 5'8", 5'9". Is it weird that I don't know my own height? Whatever, I digress. So in my experience, I never need to get these tailored to be shorter because I got long legs. So I'm gonna go in there. It's about an hour until they close. I have not made an appointment, and I don't plan on like vlogging too much because I want to be as much undercover as I can. One, because it makes me feel sneaky, and two, because I want to make sure that I'm getting like standard experience. I don't know if they treat someone different with a camera. I feel like I would treat someone different with a camera, so just like eliminating that as much as possible. So let's see what the David's Bridal experience is like as a wedding planner, undercover, also a bridesmaid. All right, let's get in there. Kind of feel like I've been abandoned. Like I need dresses. Alterations to the welcome bed, please. Alterations to the welcome bed. Like I need dresses in different sizes, but there's no one to ask. The one dress I fell in love with, they don't have in the exact same color that the bride wanted. So I took a picture of the two colors next to each other and I sent it to her, and I was like, hey, just want to double check. They say it's practically the same color, but I want your eyes to see it and I want you to confirm whether or not this is okay before I make a purchase. As I kind of guessed, the sales associate was very much in the fear-mongering state of sales, where she was like, well, if you don't order today, you can't be guaranteed to get it on August 1st. The event is September 12th. and I don't think I'm gonna need alterations. Okay, wait, hold on. Bride's calling me back. I feel like I need to do more research, so I'll check it out when I get home. I was told 2 different things by 2 different associates. One of them was like, oh yeah, this comes in that blue color, it's almost identical. Almost identical. And the other one was like, well, I don't know if we have it in that color. Well, I don't know if it exists in that color. Like, wait a minute, what? The other gal just told me that it does. And then she came back 5 minutes later, she's like, well, the bridesmaid dress gods are smiling on you because this comes in that color. So I just got off the phone with the bride. I have no idea where I left off the video, but basically what I kind of ran into is one of the sales associates was like, if you don't order it today, I can't guarantee delivery for you. But my main concern was going to the bride and saying like, hey, these are kind of 2 different colors and I want to make sure you're comfortable with this. And the sales associate didn't want to really take that for an answer. She kept saying, but look how similar they are. Look how similar they are. To which I replied, yes, but they're not the same. And I want to be a kind bridesmaid and I want to confirm that this is okay with the bride. To the point that I actually walked out of the store without ordering one because I was a little bit annoyed. I understand that these dresses do take a long time. We do have time until this event, and if I purchase it in store today, I can have it in my hands by August 1st, which is 6 weeks before the event. And even she, as a sales associate, begrudgingly agreed that I would not need alterations. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be okay. And that's just one of the sales tactics that I really just don't prefer. I understand sense of urgency. Obviously I'm in the business, but not only was it used on me, but it was used on another bride who was shopping in store as well. And she left without purchasing a dress too, because she wanted to think about it. But there was definitely that pressure of buy today, buy today, buy today. And it wasn't really subtle. It was pretty forced. Yeah, so that's my heart. I'm gonna go home and probably catch up with you guys later with more of the bridesmaid dress experience. It's been a couple weeks since I went shopping at David's Bridal. Obviously, like, I didn't have the best experience there, felt a little bit pressured into making a purchase right there on the spot, but I ended up ordering them online and they were seriously here so fast that I was like, wait a minute, why was this even a problem to begin with? So I don't know how long exactly it took, but I'll go ahead and like leave the date or like the time frame here on the screen. But I ended up ordering 2 dresses, so I'm gonna try both of them on really fast. Full disclosure, I've actually already technically tried them on, but I need the content for the video. So I'm gonna do it again and then show you guys my choice. So here is dress option number 1. Wrinkles probably really easily, so I'm not quite sure if I'm here for it, and for the most part it does fit me pretty well. It gets a little tighter at the hips, but that's okay. Probably too black tie-esque for this event. Not sure if I love it though. That's kind of how this dress looks. So now let's try on the other dress. And here is the second dress option that I got. I happen to really love this neckline. I don't know why. I just realized more recently that I'm really drawn to it. It's got an empire waist, super flowy, little bit of a slit going on, and just barely kisses the ground. So when I put on heels, I'll be fine. And then the back has that open detail, and this is something that I tried on in the store. Oh, let's pretend that's not there. And really liked it. So this was actually my top pick leaving the store. Then I saw this one. I don't know, you guys. I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna show both to the bride tomorrow, because I don't quite recall what one of the bridesmaids is wearing, and I'd rather have a nice cohesive look than pick the dress that maybe I like more. I'm okay with either one of them, but we gotta hurry up because I gotta return one of these. I've been waiting for a while to make this video, but I keep forgetting. Hey, this is not filming Jamie. This is Jamie's hair on her neck was giving her anxiety, Jamie. Dress situation, I'm about to blow a gasket. The bride was here earlier this week. We confirmed the dress that we liked. Didn't get around to doing the return until today. Today is the last day of my return window. I also have my child in the background in his high chair, and he's not super happy about it. So, go to return it. Follow all their instructions, and there's no link for me to click on my order like their instructions show. I mean, there's literally no option for that. Is it my fault that I waited until Friday night to try to return this? Yes, but to be fair, I had already read these instructions and I assumed that everything that they said would be there. So I didn't think that I'd need to contact customer service for any reason, and I'm within the 14-day period. Probably should have done it sooner, but if I'm gonna give you guys the real skinny about behind the scenes of actually trying to order a dress and get everything figured out, this is a pivotal part of that, because this, I can't. It was really frustrating. Okay, well, I'll have to fight another day, am I right? I have now tried calling in multiple times to David's Bridal, and every time I've called, there's been a message at the beginning that says, we're experiencing an unusually high volume of calls right now, and I could leave my mobile number if I wanted them to call me back, and then proceeded to take me through the automated messaging system only to tell me that they were closed. So I'm confused why they'd be experiencing a high volume of calls when they're closed. So I'm beginning to think that's just like a message that they always have. I'm saying that before I make the call because I'm pretty sure that's going to happen again. And so the goal of today's phone call, it's now Monday. It's 1:53 in the afternoon. So my hope is I catch them before they close. Still have no progress, still haven't heard anything, still have no way of contacting them because now I've gathered that their business hours are from 10 to 5. That's just me guessing because every time I've called past 2 p.m. here Pacific Standard Time, because they're based on the East Coast, they've been closed. So we're gonna try this again, and hopefully we can come up with some sort of resolution. I don't want to be a negative Nancy about this whole situation, but right now, I'm pretty frustrated. Let's just hope that today is our lucky day.
We're experiencing longer than usual wait times. If you're calling from a mobile device and want to avoid holding, press 1 and you'll be immediately connected with our customer service team via text message. You've reached the David's Bridal customer service team.
My name is Jamie. I was attempting to return a dress within my window last Friday and went through the instructions, and the return option was not available to me, so I'm hoping that you could help me with that.
Sure, I'll be happy. I'm sorry that you weren't able to set it up on your end.
I wanted to return the strapless mermaid dress with the bow. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Do you have everything to complete your look?
Yep, I've got everything. Thank you so much for making this so easy. What? That went way better than I anticipated. Maybe I regret being a little frustrated with them. Probably should set up a little bit more so you know I'm wearing a shirt. I did not expect it to go that well. I didn't think that they'd send it to me. I thought they'd fight me a little bit. So hey, getting some brownie points back. They're hopefully going to send me over my return merchandise authorization, which is what I was trying to get in the beginning, along with my slip to send it back. So I'm really happy that that went well. I didn't think that was going to happen. Just kind of based on the lack of information that I've received so far, or like the lack of the availability of customer service, and kind of what my experience has been like already with the pressure in the beginning to buy as quickly as possible, and you can't return in store and blah blah blah. I did not expect it to go that well, just because they had kind of set this specific like negative tone. So I'm happy. I'm very happy. Good job, customer service. Thank you for handling that so gracefully. Maybe you can spread a little bit of that to some of your people in your stores. Just saying. Too far? Sorry. So, as you can see, I ran into quite a few issues. And remember, this could be a very much isolated incident. So I am not saying that this is a company-wide thing. I am not saying that people out there have not had great experiences with David's Bridal. I'm just sharing a little bit of what I went through so you guys can be armed with more information going into it. That's all. That's the purpose of this video. We're not bashing, we're just sharing a singular experience, okay? I didn't care for the sales tactic. I'm aware of timelines and when things need to be ordered by, but the pressure to buy in store was pretty heavy, which made me think there's probably some sort of commission-based inspiration here. And to have it be a 6-week lead time in store to receive a dress, and then from shipping date to delivery date when ordering online was 6 days, I don't appreciate the pressure that came in store. Again, that could be an isolated incident. It was also happening with a bride that was there shopping, and I didn't care for it. It just doesn't feel nice. I don't like that experience, especially when I jumped online and got it so much faster than they quoted me in store. And the return process was really difficult. Like, once I finally got a live person on the phone, and once I finally figured out their hours for their customer service line, because it's actually, I couldn't find it listed on their website anywhere, I was able to return it relatively easily. She didn't explain why the link didn't happen to be there, but she did make it really easy for me to go ahead and return it. So in the end, the dress was fine. The wedding was fantastic. I was excited to be wearing that dress in that wedding with some of my favorite people. I didn't find any faults with the dress in general, but I will say that their customer service and their sales tactics have some room for improvement. Is that a polite way of putting it? Am I saying you shouldn't shop there? Absolutely not. I'm not saying that at all whatsoever. I know plenty of people who have great experiences with David's Bridal. It's still a great resource, a good product, and at a fair price. And it does give you that in-store shopping experience with your gal pals that you may not get from doing an online store. But now, hopefully, you'll just be armed with a teensy bit more information going into it. I personally did not care for my shopping experience, but I didn't mind the overall end product. So that was my experience shopping for a bridesmaid dress at David's Bridal. Thank you so much for tuning in for this week's video. Let me know where you guys are getting your bridesmaids dresses down in the comments below, because I love hearing about other resources. And who knows, maybe we'll do another undercover shopping experience to kind of see how that goes, if you guys like this kind of thing. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So that's all we have for today, folks. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you haven't done so already, like this video and subscribe to this channel for more tips and tricks for the modern day bride. And until next week, bye guys.